Wow. The modding this guy does to this game is crazy.
Okay, are we live?
The stream is up.
And my CPU usage is also up.
The stream is in the middle of dying. I'm going to refresh my window.
Let's see if it calms down. Yes, the fan is running in my CPU. That's how tired it is. That out.
Stream looks like a really slow slideshow at the moment.
Oh, joy. This would call for another restart, but...
Oh, you've already done 2 restarts.
I recall another time earlier where...
It's smoothing out. It's smoothed out now.
Maybe the problem is just like, maybe today is like the worst Sunday to have this on, especially with a storm going on in your area.
It's not even a storm, it's just a bit cloudy outside.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing. If the clouds are quite light and like grey and that, then that's not storm. That's just cloudy.
Even then, because his thing is a Wi-Fi router, clouds, just anything getting in the way affects his Wi-Fi badly.
Does it still look like a slideshow?
No, it's looking pretty smooth.
It's at 99% right now.
The good thing I'm doing the bookkeeping.
Yeah.
But yeah, since it's a Wi-Fi router, just because it's cloudy, it's going to affect it badly because the clouds are pretty much blocking the Wi-Fi signal.
How would the clouds be blocking the Wi-Fi signal if the Wi-Fi is entirely inside the house? That's what I don't get. I mean, I can understand an electrical...
The thing is, when you're getting a bunch of warnings about your Wi-Fi, remember that things always have a suggestion to have things open because Wi-Fi can be affected by things being surrounded by it. So let's say if my Wi-Fi router was wireless and not power wired into the wall, my Wi-Fi would be real shitty because I have things surrounding by it and everything's around it.
Part of it may part of it, the CPU usage thing, maybe just I'm getting to the point with these streams where I might need a new computer soon to be able to handle this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I want to build a new computer, but for different reasons, because my current machine is not capable of running Sonic Colors for the Wii in Dolphin at anything even remotely approaching 60 frames a second. I can barely get 30.
Okay, let's see.
And you know,
my computer runs Dolphin. Well, I have a ton of games with Dolphin. I have like 100 gigabytes worth of games on Dolphin, and they all play at 60, and they vary from Wii and Nintendo GameCube.
Can we see the game, please? Can we see the game? There we go.
Yeah, I think to be honest, the issue with my machine is not so much that it isn't capable of running Dolphin at a good speed. It's the fact that it's an old 8-core AMD Athlon processor, and Dolphin runs far better on Intel chips. So my next PC will probably be an Intel Core i5.
I'm actually using an AMD.
Oh, okay. You might be using a newer generation of chip than me. Mine's fairly old.
Oh my gosh, guys, the CPU usage is going down. The CPU is becoming manageable.
You seem very happy about that.
Yes.
Well, CPU usage is on the way down. The stream is looking good.
And as soon as I say that, and now it's down again.
Is it gone up again?
Make up your mind. I feel like
kill everything you can except OBS and BlazBlue.
I can kill Task Manager, but then I won't have a way to measure it.
Task Manager barely puts any load on anyway.
Yeah.
Mostly passive.
I can close the Steam window, but I have to have Steam open for this to work.
That's the point. Yeah, you need Steam running, but you can close the window, so it's not rendering that at least. When that shouldn't affect it much, but
Okay.
anything you can get rid of, anything you can stop.
I do need scoreboard active. I do need the game active, obviously. The extra live stream helper active.
But
I need Discord active.
Browsers, messaging apps, that sort of thing. Kill all of them, apart from Discord, obviously.
Well, then there's nothing I can turn off for right now.
Then we'll just have to go with what we have.
Yeah.
When it comes to my
It's
old
looking
computer,
okay for now.
Discord and OBS are not family friendly to each other.
Okay, so first up we have Mitsu Yoshi versus Firefly. Let's get this on the road, shall we?
Is Mitsu in the lobby?
Mitsu, are you in the lobby?
Because I
No,
don't
but I can
see...
join it.
Yeah, because I see Firefly, I see
Let me look you up on this list.
Mr. B, and I see a Kain who I think is Karen Pond.
Yeah, given this is an encoding overloaded issue, like, even the fact that I'm recording won't really help the stream quality.
Well, you can always take the recording off and then take Twitch's archive.
Well, I mean, if it's not going to appear well on the recording, it's not going to appear well on Twitch. But you get what I mean? All about video.
But the thing is, if you're recording, then that's a little bit extra load on your machine because it's got to save it all to the hard drive as well.
Fair enough.
So if you're not doing that, it takes just that little bit off. I mean, obviously it won't stop the encoding, it still has to do that to send it off to Twitch, but
fair enough.
at least it won't have to write to the hard drive, so you won't have to worry about that particular thing, and if there ends up being hard drive buffering that can get in the way, yeah.
And I've stopped recording. It's still, the CPU usage is still all over the place.
Well, I think we'll just have to live with it.
Yeah, I guess.
See how far we can get through. So for those viewers who are still with us, we're finally in a position where we're going to get started.
Yay. And we have a Jubei versus a Terumi. Oh boy.
You'll have to rely on Twop for the commentary, because as I said before, I don't have this game, so I'm watching the Twitch stream, which is about 8 seconds behind at least.
And Mitsu is in the battle, so he has his mic muted.
Yeah. As he's going to be in for the 3rd and 5th matches too.
Round robin, man.
Yep.
What's this thing? This thing is interesting. I'm not familiar with this thing. And okay, so Mitsu getting a few early hits, but it's still pretty even. All right. Interesting. A very early burst. I don't know if that'll be bad for him or not. But he seems to have it under control. Nice grab. Oh, but the overdrive attack. And I'm pretty sure that's that. Yep. Oh well. Okay, first round goes to Firefly. And it's seeming like he's taking control of the next this next round. Okay, Sykes got Firefly in the corner, dealing some damage. Firefly doesn't have burst right now. Okay. That was a good use of burst. Let's see if he can get mileage off of it. Not with Firefly using a super like that. And I don't know if people can see what I'm actually talking about right now. Okay. Because of an encoding overload issue that just occurred.
The stream is going. It's a bit choppy, but people can see it.
Okay. I'm definitely restarting my computer again after all this is over, so. Alright. Corner pressure, good. Okay, nice. Nice counter assault. And Firefly coming out with a counter of its own in the form of an overdrive attack. There goes Mitsu's active flow, not really well used. Okay. With the super. Mitsu has a chance here. It's really close, but Mitsu, yep. Mitsu just needed one hit or one kick. Good job. Alright. So that was the first match for that.
Yeah, these are all best of 3 as usual, aren't they?
Yep. Yeah, we're not doing best of 5 because of the fact that it's a round robin.
And BlazBlue battles are longer than Schoolgirls battles.
Yeah. Because each individual round is a best of 3. Whereas in Skullgirls it's you beat your opponent's characters, or you beat your opponent's character twice, but they don't regenerate their health bar. They just jump back into the action immediately after. What is this theme? I'm hearing some themes I'm not familiar with. Okay, early hit by Mitsu. Double overdrive on both ends. But Firefly landing his signature overdrives. He seems to really like doing that against poor Mitsu. And here come the head stomps. And pain, which is what Terumi dishes on a silver platter.
You've not updated the scores at the top yet.
Right. I was so frazzled that I completely forgot that that was what I was supposed to be doing. I had in my mind you were doing the challenge scores, but thank you. Alright, so far it's heavily in Firefly's favor, but Mitsu might be taking it back. Got him in the corner, just need to do quite a bit of damage. And install coming up, yep. Let's see what happens. Firefly just needs one hit with the overdrive, but it's really close. Nice burst, but will it... but he still lost. Alright. Oh, the poor head. The head stomps. No. Okay, he's out of the corner, and now it's Mitsu's turn to pressure, but Firefly has just the answer for that in the form of a super to the face. Nice counter assault. Interesting burst. Although I guess he is kind of low on options, but at the same, he just doesn't want to give Firefly a round if he can help it. But that might come back to bite him, even if he wins this round. No wait, if he wins this round, he wins the set. If he lost the round, it would come back to bite him. Okay, so that goes to Mitsu then.
Woo! That was fun.
You had some trouble there, didn't ya?
A little bit. It was just when I started the pressure, that's when the trouble got off me.
Huh. Oh.
But you managed to go through overall 2-0, so that was a good performance.
All right. So
That comeback has my heart racing.
all right. Okay. Next up, we'll get Mr. Brian 15 and Corinne Pawn in here. Oh, oops. Oh, well, I guess they just started.
The best feeling about that is that that's the same person who took the very first turn. And I just 2-0'd them. That makes me very happy.
Well, he didn't take the first tournament. He just got a lot of perfects, and
It came back to bite him. I learned.
Great.
But he was playing very good though. I'll give him that.
I think Twitch temporarily died at my end, but it's fine now.
Oh yeah, it didn't disconnect on my end. At least it doesn't look like it has. Okay, so we've got Brian's fabulous Kokonoe versus the fabulousness that is Amane. I think this is the first time we've had an Amane in a weekly so far.
Well, I wouldn't say the first, because I'm pretty sure this is the same one we had last Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe we did have one and I just forgot.
Because they weren't in the tournament that long.
Gotcha. Well, now maybe because each player gets to fight one another, we'll see more of their action. So, Hyjin got Corinne got quite an early lead, and he's still giving Brian a run for his money.
One thing about Amane is it's all about his range. So when he has his opponent spaced off, it's probably one of his best positions to get combos. Especially with his meter there as well. His meter's purpose is to do a ton of chip damage to force the opponent to waste their barrier so he can just get in and start doing damage constantly.
And yes, you heard that right, Red Scarf. Amane is a he.
But yeah, the levels, when he's at level 3, that's when the chip damage just starts getting real, and it will force you to use barriers to try to stop it.
Oh, I see.
Level 1 and level 2 do some chip damage, but level 3 does massive chip damage as getting hit by a regular combo. Look at that. A skilled aggressive Amane player can punish a very defensive player then. Because see, the thing about Amane is that people want to get in on Amane and not get zoned out by his range, but the effect of his drive is the fact that he's supposed to chip out his opponents to force them to get them into the position he wants. So as they are losing barrier, and they completely lose it, at level 3 of his drive, he can chip out the opponent quite fast and take the match from them if they're stuck in the situation they can't get out of.
Huh.
Amane's just playstyle is all about outranging the opponents and kind of oppressing them with his chip damage.
Another close call, but this time in Brian's favor. Seems like both competitors here are of pretty equal skill level so far.
The thing about what Brian's doing now, he's trying to get close. Despite his character having more far range attacks, Amane just has the ability to stop all that. So he has to get close in order to actually do something, do some kind of pressure against Amane if he can get a hit. So right now he's struggling to get a hit because Omane is just oppressing him against his block and just getting all this chip damage.
And given Kokonoe isn't anything close to being a rushdown character, you have to know what you're doing with her. She is a more technical character. She doesn't really have. She kind of buckles under pressure against Amane, it seems.
The thing about Kokonoe is the fact that she is one of the setup characters that doesn't have a very good defense, nor is her life pools that big either. So she has a lot of trouble trying to stay on her opponents. So these setups with her fireballs and her electric attacks keep the opponent in a way that she can start mixing up, doing left and right mix-ups, trying to make the opponent mess up their guard.
Okay, something I just realized I forgot to mention in the commotion of trying to get this all set up. I forgot to introduce the fact that this is a charity stream. Whoops.
Yeah. Also, it seems that on Twitch, at least, the whatever the bot's name is doesn't look like it's running.
The what?
The bot that puts the messages.
Huh. The chat box. That would be odd. Well, let's go ahead and quickly introduce. This is a charity stream for Extra Life, and to raise money for Duke Children's Hospital. Currently, we're at $115 toward our $300 goal. And if you would like to donate to help us reach our goal, and to benefit a good cause, then Nightbot will be posting the link to my Extra Life donation page in the Twitch chat, and you'll also find the link to said page in the description for both the Twitch and YouTube streams. That's just a short and dirty explanation. Need to come up with a better explanation as time goes on. But yeah.
Right now it's
any and all donations are appreciated. And, jeez. I feel like we know how this is gonna end.
If he was able to hold that longer, Mr. B would not be alive right now getting a second chat life. But we have another overdrive activation. This might work against him, but no, the Exceed XL came in handy.
Yeah.
So we're getting starting pressure from Mr. Brian, but we're just going to revert all that back to Kalen. But we're seeing right here what happens if Kokonoe can get in and start getting these setups, getting all this massive damage. But Amane can answer to that pretty easily just by trying to get his range attack started rather. I get confused sometimes about the gender. Because, you know, Amane just looks like a trap. It's like, this is just a trap in BlazBlue form. This is how they made it.
Do be careful about using that term. But yeah, yeah.
Right, we can say cross-dresser.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well,
But one thing I do want to
did,
see.
I did quickly look up the character, and the general description is androgynous, which is another good term to use.
Fair enough.
But one thing I would really like to see is the Amane is just trying to get an astral. Like the astral is really easy to land, but in certain situations like this, with Mr. Bryan just pressuring hard, there's no way he's gonna get at going.
Oh boy.
Like he's just in the corner now.
We haven't yet seen an astral in any of the tournaments. Oh wow. That one goes.
That was a pretty dominant performance from Mr. B.
I forgot to register the scores again, but I know that during Pon won the first round, and that was Brian's win.
Yeah, I was about to mention the scores at the top.
But yes, a lot of people get really confused about Amane's gender just because of how he looks. Trust me, like I had plenty of friends thinking that Amane was a girl, and I had to just tell them, and I had to show them that he was a boy.
Well, to be fair, it is easy to make that mistake. You know, his look is very feminine.
Very. But his voice is like not like manly, but you can it's very clearly it doesn't sound like his voice. It's easy to tell by his voice that he's not actually a girl.
Yeah, so he's like maybe like a baritone or something.
Yeah.
Wow, the game will really confuse you if his voice was similar to a girl.
Oh gosh.
The game would confuse you so much.
Imagine if he had a voice like Senna. Yee.
Oh boy. I don't know, you can tell us the boy now. Unless it's just documented.
Yeah, at least the case with Senna is that, I'm gonna quote a meme that I found earlier. He's a girl, he's a boy trapped in a girl's body, sharing it with two other girls. So, yeah.
I think I might have read up about this one. Of the two girls, isn't one active, one dormant?
Yeah, one of them is actually a plot things. One of an old group called the Six Heroes, Trinity. She just is more along for the ride. She comes into play sometimes, from what I've read, but more often than not, she leaves it to Luna and Senna to control the body. Luna is most dominant force in that body. Senna comes frequently though to keep her in check. They're a fun duo. That's one character where I think it would. Oh my goodness! That I don't think I've ever seen Kokonoe be able to pressure in corners like that.
Kokonoe has very good pressure in corners, but I have never seen a loop like that.
It just and then the grab, purple grab, and it just doesn't end.
Wow.
Mr. B, everyone.
He's got some entertaining stuff right now.
Yeah.
Because he is getting in. He learned from his mistake in the first match.
And now he's getting whipped around.
The worst thing you can do against Amane is try to run away. That's not a good idea, because his range just gets you from pretty far away. So unless you're full screen and really out of the way, you should just be advancing forward, trying to pressure him and stop him from getting all these range attacks.
So Amane does have an advantage against characters like Nu or Lambda in that scenario.
Well, in that scenario, it's just who can get the first hit, pretty much. Since they're all pretty ranged. It's just the only difference between Amane and the new.
Who just missed the fireball?
Is that?
What?
No! A fucking double KO? Wait! Wait, that's the first one of the stream!
Oh my god!
We're going for another round! I'm so confused! A double down?
Oh my gosh!
We should point out that this is a charity stream, so we shouldn't really be saying words like the F-bomb.
Yeah, do be very careful about that, but...
Yeah.
It's very hard to say words about what the heck just happened.
Yeah, I understand. Do still try to keep it under moderation in the future, but I completely understand that reaction. Just missed the fireball, but...
It's just like, God damn, that was the first double down the stream, and I didn't expect.
That's the first double down I've ever
to.
seen in BlazBlue, period.
That's the first mutual KO I've seen in any fighting game ever.
I actually encountered one when playing casually with a friend in King of Fighters once. Like, he was playing as Terry, I was playing as Andy, and it just happened. And...
Oh my goodness.
To be fair, my experience of fighting games is minimal.
So hard.
Let's see what they're saying in the chat. Literally shaking.
I've not been looking, but yeah, that one went to Karen Pon, who's now up against Mitsu.
Okay. Have fun, Mitsu.
Oh boy.
All right. Let me just swap reset score and technically you don't need to go into auto pass Karen Pon, you just need to make sure you pass when it comes time to let it go to the other people, but yeah, you can go into auto pass. Oh no, wait, you're up next. Never mind. Doi. I stand corrected. I've got my foot in my mouth. Wow, I've been saying that a lot recently, haven't I? I'm not familiar with round robins having grand finals, personally.
I think typically they don't. Not by my understanding of round robins, anyway. Because the whole point of a round robin is everyone plays each other a set number of times.
Yeah. And I don't recall seeing a grand finals option in challenge for that.
A round robin is essentially a simplified version of like a sports league, you know, like the British football Premiership or the American NFL.
Yeah.
Although the NFL is a slightly bad example because then they go off to playoffs and all of that at the end of the season. It all gets a bit complicated.
Okay. So Mitsu got a few early hits against Kai and made him waste his overdrive. So. Currently, despite Kai, Karen Pon is very much at a disadvantage right now because Mitsu has the life lead and active flow and his burst option. Karen Pon has basically no health right now. Yeah, no health. But he almost has his burst option back, so it might be pretty even in a moment. Is this Unlimited Susanoo's theme? Or is it Unlimited Izanami's theme?
I don't know, I can't hear it.
And I can't check because I removed the chat from... I turned off the chat window for fighting game streams now. I can't read the Twitch or YouTube chat right now, so sorry everyone, I can't exactly read your comments right now. We need to find a better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Twitch chat is silent at the moment. So.
Okay. Okay, it looks like this game is going to Psych. Me too. Yep.
Do you want to swap the two names at the top?
Oh, well, I still do that by how they're positioned on the bracket, so... The names for the players here, but then again, Corinne Pond does have a different name. Alright, fair enough. Suppose I've learned something new today. I'm still thinking about that double down earlier. That was ridiculous. Brian versus Corinne Pond. Corinne Pond. Double down. Lol. Okay. This is not Queen of Rose, even though it sounds an awful lot like a Castlevania theme. I have no idea who those people with Mane are, but then again, I don't know about the plot of BlazBlue aside from a few things, so... For all I know, they're just figments of reality he created, or something.
Yeah, this is a game we're doing under Melting Pot Literature Club, isn't it?
A series. I still need to get the first game in the series, and the only reason I'm including it, even though it's a fighting game, is because the story mode is very much visual novel. Like, to the point where it's a subgenre, and there's a lot of the story. It's not like just cutscenes showing reasons why people fight, leading to fights. There's a lot more. There's, at least in Chrono Phantasma, from what I have played of the story, there's a lot more story than it seems actual fights. For a fighting game, that's... But yeah. Anyway, that's just from my experience, and... Oh, it's really close here. Oh, that was really risky, and it did not pay off for Mitsu. Easily punished.
Yeah, that just came up on the stream, and it looks like Mitsu tried a charge attack but fell just short.
Yeah.
Like 2 inches.
And it really didn't do him any favors. He's got the advantage though. He's got double the charge for burst and overdrive options that Kai has, that Kurinpon has. Kurinpon has active flow now, but also is at a disadvantage for health. Oh, nice getting out of the corner. And Mitsu has his overdrive. Both players have their overdrive options. They're going to overdrive. And Mitsu takes priority. And he takes that match. Oh, wait. I was wrong. Amane won the first round, so... Okay, quite a lot of damage, and it keeps going. Corner combos. Kurinpon has the advantage when it comes to charging up burst, though, but active flow closes it out. Now, Mitsu gets the set.
Another 2-0, let's go.
You seem to be doing well today.
Up next, we have Firefly versus Mr. Brian.
Let's get them on in here.
We're already in there.
Right.
Everyone in the lobby?
Correct. Yes, that is it would be a lie to say that they weren't. Unless someone is using someone else's name. Which I don't think is the case.
The one person has to pass.
Yeah, Kurimpon, you need to pass. There you go. Terumi versus Kokonoe. Oh boy. Cat allergies! I think it's safe to say that on the lower level, due to cat allergies, Kokonoe has a severe advantage here. Of course,
Cat
Terumi.
allergies?
Yes, you know, Terumi is allergic to cats. They're so cute and fluffy, and he hates that.
Yeah, he probably carries around a load of antihistamines with him. Just in case.
I wonder where he'd keep those, given most of it... I wonder if he keeps those in the same pocket as his knives.
He needs some sneaky snakes.
Oh, nice trap.
There goes a count.
But
so now it's Brian's turn to do this pressure.
Firefly still has his overdrive option, so we might see an overdrive attack.
I'm surprised that Mr. Brian did not rapid cancel that, because he could have kept the pressure going.
Uh-oh.
This might end badly for him because of that reason.
But he has his meter, so he can... He got head stomped.
Stomped out. Terumi, you're not in Stomp the Yard. Cut it out. That's a really old movie.
Nice trap. But it didn't really get too much mileage other than damage off of it.
Well, he's forcing Terumi to back up. Rather, Firefly trying to get it back in the corner.
Getting
like
him scared so that
do
he will
anything.
make more mistakes. And nice wasting the overdrive. Oh, the trap.
Right now, Mr. B is staying pretty healthy in terms of his health.
Yeah, took a few hits there, but so far he's still got good options. Firefly has meter though. Much more meter than Brian.
But he does not have a burst, so if he gets hit, this might be the end.
Oh, nice avoiding that. Both of them have active, well, Brian's active flow just went out, but...
There goes the invincibility.
Oh, nice burst. Yeah, the super was already gone. Nice predicting, nice read to avoid the super. And cherry tap. And Brian has his burst option going into the next round while Firefly is nowhere close to it. That was a bad time to taunt. What were you thinking, Firefly? You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Right now, this is Kokonoe's turn to pull on this pressure.
Ooh, but
he
kind of...
finally got an opportunity.
Yeah, a bit too close for the yo-yo to work. I think that's a yo-yo anyway.
Judging by how many attacks he's throwing out right now, I feel like he may be panicking a bit.
Which one?
Because he's doing rather a lot of light attacks rather to kind of stop him from approaching. But even then, it's not stopping the force from coming.
Ah, you're talking about Brian.
No, Firefly is definitely panicking right now. Because there's no way he couldn't have converted off of those light punches. He panicked and missed he missed his opportunity to get out of the corner with that combo.
I'm going to delete you. Simple as that.
Erase.
What's her response to beating Hazama in this game?
I forget what it was, but I haven't played Kokonoe in a good while. Because the most I played Kokonoe was the 30 hours I had the game before Jubei came out, and that was 2.0.
No Chrono Phantasma Extend experience.
I did play Chrono Phantasma Extend, but I didn't play it as heavily. I played Kokonoe still, but I didn't have as much interest into the game in terms of characters I wanted to play.
Gotcha.
Because I've played since Calamity Trigger. It's just there haven't been really a character until now that interests me that heavily into the.
Yeah, I recently saw a video about Calamity Trigger, where a ninja guy, forget his name, got a one-hit KO. A one combo, a very, very ridiculously easy combo against Rachel that took down her entire health bar. Like ridiculously
I'm pretty sure you're
easy.
talking about Bang.
Bang, yeah. Bang Shishigami.
We're seeing the Susanoo change.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see how Susanoo fares against Brian's Kokonoe.
Yeah, Terumi needs apparently, adding the Susanoo unit, Terumi adding the Susanoo unit to his arsenal for this match, it seems to have made a difference. Of course, Brian still knows some tricks.
Alright, Brian getting a few little jabs in, trying to stop him from pressing buttons.
You know, this might be a stupid question, but has Brian played anyone who isn't, I don't think I've seen Brian play anyone who isn't Kokonoe.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I've never seen him play a different character.
Wow. That's some dedication.
Like, often you don't see me play different characters, but usually when I play different characters, it's either the situation is just not allowing me to play Jubei.
Yeah, I know that you, I've seen you play S, I've seen you play Rachel. I want to say I've seen you... I want to say I've seen you play other characters as well. Oh no! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Laser!
He doesn't have everything unlocked though, so his super is not going to do as much damage as it should.
Ah, okay.
If he has everything unlocked, that super will do maximum damage.
Because he just does all of his attacks? Whoa, UFO incoming.
Pretty much. He does every attack he's unlocked.
Firefly is on death's door right now. And there's the Reaper calling.
Take it.
There's the Reaper's Scythe calling. Okay, so, that joke would have been more... That joke would have been more appropriate if he was fighting Ragna, but...
So this is the line where Brian can just steal this as a 2-0, or Firefly can make this a round 3.
What do you mean God Press isn't a mix-up? Okay, here we go. Here we go. It begins. Evening things up.
He mistimed it, but it doesn't seem to do him that badly since he still has him in the corner.
Yeah, so far Active Flow seems to be benefiting Brian more than Firefly. Oh no, wasted.
And this.
Oh, but got the overdrive.
This is going to be very close.
Oh, nice hitting the wrench.
I had a feeling that Brian could have done something there, but doesn't matter if he gets his one now.
Nice, Brian. You win that set.
The match is about to close, isn't it?
Okay, well, he won that, so, yeah.
Yeah.
We're counting that.
There was a disconnect. Definitely a disconnect.
Yeah, but it disconnected as soon as the final hit was dealt, so...
Yeah. Yeah, we saw finish. We knew that the battle was over. So that's the victory for Mr. Brian Recorded. And he's up again against Mitsu this time.
Alright. And I see they're already... I hear they're already jumping into it.
It's interesting, isn't it? We get our smallest entry list, and every match is starting immediately.
Yep. Hey, it works out. Even if the tournament is ending up really, really fast. But, eh. Okay, so I hope that doesn't lead. I was moving the window. That's what those freezes were about. Let's hope it doesn't desync because of that. It shouldn't, though. Okay, Psych's already putting down punishment. And now it's the daughter's turn. Nice mixing up. You walked right into that, Mitsu. You have no excuse for that. Absolutely no excuse. Oh. Oh, wow. Kokonoe just knows. Kokonoe's just got all the better options against her dad right now. Ryan's at the top of his game today. I think that is gonna put I think Ryan's trying to put an end to Psych's streak of 2-0s today. Nice fireball. Mitsu's not going down without a fight. There you go. Okay. Evening things out. Nice catching Brian. Oh, okay. Magnet play. Here we go. Corner combos. Hello. Yeah, Brian, you're gonna have to work harder if you want to. Oh, let me swap the names. If you want to take the wins from, if you want to end that streak. Tried to super, but got jump instead on round 1. Ah, miss input. Bum 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 bum. Ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. cat that appears, and scientific cat. Hey, Red Scarf.
Hmm?
You want to know what we're watching right now?
What?
We're watching a cat fight. And like that, I've suddenly turned into Giga and Electric Sparks combined.
Yeah. Or me, to be fair, I tell bad jokes all the time too.
Ooh, this sounds intense. Wonder what theme this is. Okay, so there we see a rare instance of a Kokonoe actually using the reverse magnet. I think we've seen it a few times in the past, just, that was a weird use of it. Nice trap. Yeah, that was really risky. Yeah, so far Brian needs to step it up if he wants to end that aforementioned streak. Okay, yeah, kind of like that. Not like that. Okay, nice jump. Ryan is just being forced to go on the defensive now. Are we gonna see an overdrive? He has the option, and it wouldn't hurt to use it, I don't think. Okay, just a burst. Broke through, but he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get back, and it's just not feasible. Okay, seems like 2-0 for each round for Mitsu today. Good job, Mitsu.
Which also, given
despite despite my misinput, I still did it.
yeah, and I do believe I'm right in saying that with Mitsu now on 3 victories and no other competitors able to get 3 victories, Mitsu is our champion this week.
Well, we still have one more match to go, but
we do. but Karen Pon is on 1 victory and Firefly is on 0 victories.
Fair
So
enough.
the best anyone can get is 2. Of course, not good enough to beat Mitsu's 3.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Did I really just... Typos!
Karen Pon is using a DualShock 4.
Huh.
Yeah, DualShock 4 are just PS4 controllers.
Hmm. No, it's just something I wouldn't have expected. Because, 4 face buttons, but this has got high, mid, and low, hasn't it? So you need 6 buttons.
Well, no, BlazBlue is a 4-button fighter since it's just low, medium, heavy, and then drive attack.
Yeah, drive is basically like
okay.
a unique special action for specific to the character. Like for Ragna the Blood Edge, it's an extra set of attacks that actually sap the opponent's health and heal him upon hit.
I think Firefly's just gone.
And for instance, Nu and Lambda's drive are both, they summon swords to attack the opponent. It's a mid-range thing. And then there are some that are more more like not so much offensive, but more for setup.
I'm just gonna butt in here. I think he's actually gone.
What?
No, I think Firefly is gone.
He's not looking like he's
not.
up.
He's not online, and doesn't seem to be answering the tags.
Yeah, I've pinged both just in case he's just appearing offline. But if he's genuinely offline, we'll give him a few minutes.
I think
See what happens.
there is a chance that that one disconnects during the round might have been on purpose, and he might not be in the best mood.
Well, he did mention he was having a bad day. Yeah, I am so mad. My inputs are being yeah.
I think that's just anger.
Well, it would be a shame to end on a default, but it's not going to change the overall result.
Yeah. Give you 2 minutes if you like to come back. So, I guess.
I mean, if he does come back and then wins the match, it would end up with a 3-way tie for second. But that's kind of by the by, really.
Such is such is the result. My voice. Such is the result with a small pool of players, I guess.
At least we got 5 matches out. That's respectable.
That's way better than yesterday.
Yeah, I think we had what, 2 people entering yesterday's score,
and one left shortly before it was supposed to begin.
So we have 1 entrant.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, unless he could control 2 people at once and wanted to try
Fight himself.
Over and over again.
I know someone who actually could fight themselves.
Well, I guess that's the end of the BlazBlue Central Weekly 3. Kind of a weird way to end it, but so it goes, I guess.
I take it I am registering a default.
Yeah, and so I guess Brian, I guess we can get ready for the podcast in a bit.
Wow, I didn't expect it to end this way.
No kidding.
Well, in that case, shall I end the tournament? Finalize the results.
Yeah, might as well. What's my CPU usage at? Yep. Okay. Yep.
Okay, for some reason, Challenge is telling me that the Supreme Champion is Zoroaku. No, it's Mitsuyoshi.
Yeah, that's my challenge name, but I had to alternate the name.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so. Now. And we're going to go into the podcast.
Well. This is not the way I wanted to end the tournament. When I thought he left, I thought that was just like a connection error because I saw him online for a little bit, but then it hit me after I noticed he was gone for more than 5 minutes that he actually quit the game.
Huh.
So when he disconnected at the end of that fight, that was technically a rage quit, although the match had at least finished.
I think so, yes. I think that's what it is.
He did at least let that finish.
Yeah. So, not the best thing to do, but not the best thing to do, but the best way to go about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Alright. Now I can ironically brag about getting top 3 in a 3-person tournament.
Well, actually, no, it was top 3 in a 4-person tournament. It's just that we had a withdrawal before the final match.
Yeah. It seems like someone just... My tears will purify the will. What? Oh, Booster.
I get it.
Yeah, he's just changed his display name.
I understand that completely.
Oh, yeah, I mean, don't want to turn on Firefox right now for the changing the YouTube changing the YouTube title, because you know, with how my CPU usage is right now. But I fortunately have a tool on this Stream Deck that allows me to switch the title updater, so I might as well do that from here. I'm liking this Stream Deck. It's fun. Where might one listen to these, how you say, podcasts? On the, oh shoot, have I actually uploaded the podcast video to YouTube from last week? I'll need to check that, but yeah, it's gonna be, we're gonna host a podcast on, my stream. My stream.
Your YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look, and looking at the videos. I don't see any podcast videos. I also don't see BlazBlue Central Weekly's number 2.
Oh yeah, I just haven't uploaded those yet. I'll do that either later.
There's also No Skullgirls number 4. It would have been.
Yeah.
Which would have been last weekend's, not this weekend's.
So yeah, I'll get to uploading those soon. I do have the videos on my computer. So why don't we call podcasters into the podcast room, shall we?
If you're going to go to the podcast now, I will sign off.
All right.
Oh, you moved me.
Yes, I did.
I was like, wait. I was gonna get in there myself, but I was like, whoa. Okay.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, I know you can do it. I just didn't expect it.
So now we're just waiting on Brian and any of the other podcasters who can join in. Eve's offline. Well, yeah, he said he might not be here. Hey, Doodoo.
Hey,
Ah, there we go.
Hello.
let me just
Whoa. Might actually need to turn down due to all of it. Okay, so Brian says to wait to give him 10 minutes to so he can set things up for the podcast. Oh shit. So I guess I'll mute my microphone until then. And
that tournament lasted an hour.
yeah, and now our audio is alive.
Alright. Hello, streamers, and welcome to another edition of Crossup Roundtable Podcast, BlazBlue Central Fiction Edition. This is your host, Mr. Brian15, and with me we have Dudu, Mitsuyoshi, Swataketa, and Calamity Blaster. Hello, guys. How are you doing tonight?
Hi. There was quite a bit of hassle
Hello.
getting this
Greetings.
tournament. There was quite a bit of hassle getting this particular
Hello.
tournament up, but with how small it was, but we managed to pull through. Better than yesterday, at least.
Yeah, I could say that.
I think we can all say
Oh.
that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's cover things for today. We are going to recap some of the clips, highlights from this past Sunday tournament from BlazBlue Central Weekly number 2. Unfortunately, I wanted Ecolash, since he was the winner of BlazBlue Central Weekly number 2. He didn't make it to the podcast. I did want to have some questions for him, but we just are going to talk about this past Sunday tournament, and our off-topic conversation of tonight's podcast is about tournaments. All right, so shall we start this up?
Let's do it.
Okay, so
Alright.
I do have a few clips here, not too many, but a few. Like this one is from Mitsuyoshi's fight with Javon early in the, I think an early one in the tournament, if I'm not mistaken. And let's just say he really, really threw you around like seriously. Like you even got a perfect against you. It was that ridiculous.
Well, we fought each other actually, I think 2 days ago, and things were much different than that tournament.
You start to figure out his tricks, huh?
Exactly.
But seriously, that perfect.
Things have
Wow,
changed from then, though.
amazing.
I'm just gonna let this play out real quick before we move to the next clip.
All right.
Yes, seriously.
Seemed like a very competent S player.
No kidding. And on the subject of S, podcast FG clips. On the subject of S,
And the same S player that sent me to losers. Well, damn.
that S ditto last week as well. That was pretty ridiculous, let's be honest. It was pretty close. I think that both players were pretty even for a while. Like, I actually have two clips from this match. One where one player was having the advantage, and then another where the other was having the advantage. But it's clear that Icelash had the better play overall in this particular set.
like, she easily got her, like, crests around the playing field, which made it easier to get in on Jubei. Whilst Jubei didn't really have the tools to defend himself as well as he would.
And that's why Jubei's really bad at defense, because he has virtually no options to defend himself other than actually using meter or overdrive. The only option he get to defend himself is his counter assault and his overdrive or burst. That's the only means of getting out of a combo.
Well, he does have his counters, but they can
They're not.
easily
They're very slow.
Alright.
Well, you see, the thing is, compared to another attack, they can be slow, but the problem is, the reason why I say it's slow, since it comes out so fast, but the in lag is just the worst. So I technically call it slow, since that very frame that you need to counter on can go away so fast. and in order to recover out of it, it takes a while.
Oh yeah, I recall Mitsu. There was in that clip I was showing earlier, the one where iClash was beating up let's see, iClash was beating up Javon. You mentioned a pretty cool Dragon Punch move to rapid cancel backdash that happened as a
Yes,
vacuum maneuver. That was
Yeah, see, that was actually pretty neat. He used his Dragon Punch to bait the block, rapid cancel, and backed up and activated his crest to give him some space so he wouldn't get corner pressure as easy. I think that's a smart choice, and it's also one of the choices that I haven't seen many S's do.
yeah. It ultimately iClash still won that, but that was that I can see how that was smart. A pretty interesting idea on Javon's part.
Exactly, because see, the thing is, with the crest being there, and if iClash tried to start going in and trying to corner pressure him, because he's technically not getting hit, that crest won't go away, and it'll eventually poke iClash if he's not paying attention.
I gotcha. Alright, so I have one more clip from last week. And I believe that's a battle between Mitsu and Brian. Yeah.
Yep.
Which match was that?
I forget. I think it was later in the tournament, if I recall correctly. But once again, last week just wasn't your day, Mitsu. It's clear you had better luck today.
Yeah,
Well,
I do feel bad for Mitsu.
Well,
Same
the thing
here.
was, when I was playing against Brian, I knew that more of my advanced combos were not just going to work. So I decided to do more simple combos and just go for pressure.
And that didn't really work out as you'd hoped.
Well, no, that was for this tournament. For the last one, I was trying to play as I normally do.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
You learned from your loss and adjusted. In other words.
When you're in delay, it's just you don't imagine that you can't do these things. You want to be able to do these things, but sometimes you just have to go simplified in a place where normally you wouldn't have to in order to take a match. So I had to dumb down the combos and focus mainly on pressure, since unlike the first two matches, I couldn't go crazy in terms of combos. I had to actually try to pressure Brian and keep him in pressure so I can actually take the match.
Yeah, I do feel you. I do feel you. That delay was horrible.
With Kokonoe, with Kokonoe, since she has to do a lot more setup rather than just attacking the opponent, when she's pressured, she doesn't really limits her options. So I can understand that strategy. Okay, so that's all the clips I have from last week. Admittedly.
All right, thank you for that. Those clips were amazing. Also, I want to appreciate all 12 contenders who participated this past Sunday tournament. So thanks to Parakasha, Akalash, Calamity, Jaban, Alan, Karin Pon, Eve, Firefly, Mitsu, Adrat, Orpheus, and also the one and only Mr. Brian 15. So that was great. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's proceed now. Let's talk about tournaments. Have you ever participated on tournaments aside this one from we usually do Sundays? I mean, it could be any tournament. It can be from any fighting game.
I admittedly do have a bit of a history with tournaments. Like, I mean, there is, of course, the history of the tournaments I've hosted and the groups I've participated in that host tournaments. Like Money Match Gaming, not only did I help them with commentary, I also participated in the tournaments that while I was present there. And when I was interested, and I've been to quite a few Smash Brothers tournaments in the past. I've always lost in the first round, but yeah, I have history with that. And I went to one Smash Brothers tournament I went to actually had BlazBlue Phantasma, so that's where I properly learned about the series, and then decided to try it out when it was on sale for Steam. Still ended up waiting a long time before I actually played it for some reason, but yeah.
I mean, as long as you don't start with Konami Trigger, because that has no online period. That's the one I started with. And because there was not really many local plays around here, I couldn't really learn the game per se. So I had to wait until a couple games later, when Chrono Phantasma came down the line, I was able to play people over Steam, as well as Central Fiction. But I didn't play the games as much. After all, before BlazBlue, I actually used to be a Smash player, and my first tournament, I nearly got to top 8 out of 64 people in just one go.
Amazing.
But I realized that maybe Smash is just not for me, because it stopped being fun for me in a sense. So I decided to start picking up this game after Jubei was announced, because he was one of the characters that actually interested me in the game. Because before then, I didn't really have a character that initially interested me into playing the game and learning it more playing it as a casual. But as of recently, I've been picking up this game a lot, and I've been trying to participate in many tournaments. So I can see how switching was a pretty good idea for myself personally.
Yeah, I getcha. I still like Smash Brothers. I think I'll enter tournaments in the future as well. I just probably won't expect to do much good against them.
Like Smash Brothers is a good game. Like it's definitely a good game. It's just if you're taking it seriously and you're just trying to get
Bayonetta,
better at it,
Fox,
and
Meta Knight.
Well, it's not that the characters make it not fun. It's just the fact that there is a limit to the knowledge you can have on a character. So let's say, unlike Smash Bros. Melee, there's always new things to discover in Smash 4 because everything's being balanced and constantly fixed. Things that you found before are just being deep, and then new things are not really being discovered. It's just when you reach the peak of your character, people know how to fight that character completely, and sometimes that washes that character out of the water completely.
Yeah.
Like there's just no new things to learn, and the game, I wouldn't say it doesn't have mix-ups, but it's not a combo heavy game. It's more neutral heavy than any other Smash game. So it's not like you're getting hit and then you can't do anything about it. It's just the game is a bunch of 50-50 mix-ups.
Yeah,
that can tend to get boring a lot.
There are true combos, but ultimately it is more in favor of defensive play. The most recent one, I mean, and that's not counting Smash Switch. When I say most recent one, I mean, of course, Smash 4, not Smash Switch.
Yeah, Smash 4 offers a more defensive style play, unlike Project M, Brawl mod, or Melee, which were supposed to be tied together in terms of their gameplay to be a fast-paced game that was focused on just heavy combos and just kind of getting your opponent in a situation where they can't do anything. It's just like it's a heavy pressure neutral, and it's just you're fighting your opponent to get that first hit that can determine the factor of the match. It's very exciting to watch. It's just when you're watching Smash 4, it's exciting, but when you're playing it, it's a different feeling because now you're seeing all the defensive play come to fruit, and not a lot of people like defensive play per se. It's not that it's not fun to watch. It's just when you're doing it yourself, you kind of want to get in on the action instead of just kind of trying to mix up all the time. Yeah. So let's say if I'm doing a true combo, at the end of that combo, since I'm still following the opponent, my next mix-up would be this, or I can just go get away and reset to neutral.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't do very well when fighting other people that aren't my friends in Smash games. It tries to emphasize defensive play.
It's just Smash 4 thrives on a lot of defensive play because you don't want to get hit, and especially since Smash 4 introduced a system called Rage, which tends to kill the character that you play faster, depending on how much rage they have. 150 being the max rage.
Yeah, Rage is. I see what they were going for. They were trying to make something similar to what to balance out the heavier characters, but it really just ultimately it's not noticeable. It doesn't really change the match much if you're not paying attention to it, but if you do pay attention to it, it just I don't know. I don't think it's a very good mechanic.
Between Smash Melee and Smash 4, it makes Smash 4 feel like a BlazBlue game where it rewards you for being patient. And Smash games are not really known for trying to be patient all the time. Like, you're patient, but to a certain extent, since there are not as many just heavily pressure games on the game itself. Let's say you're just getting pressured on the shield, you have many options to just get away and then start fighting them in neutral once again. In BlazBlue, when you're getting pressured, you have to be patient until you either find an opening or you can break away. And Smash 4 kind of does a similar thing to that, in a sense that when someone has rage, now you're playing extremely patient, trying to not make any wild decisions to get ruined and die at around 50% to heavyweight.
All right.
Smash 4 is all about patience and neutral. Smash Melee is all about trying to mix up your opponent and outplay them indefinitely, and trying to read their mix-ups and get your combos down.
Yeah, moving away from Smash, there is a bit more tournament history I have. Like for a long while, on and off, I would go to a card shop at near my previous house to play in some Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, and I remember I did some well in some of them. Ultimately, most people had the overpowered decks, making options really limited for someone who didn't have that many good cards like me. But I do remember I actually did end up winning money at least one tournament in particular there, and so I still have good memories of that. I want to go back and enter some other tournaments at some point. There's just a bit of a problem with that, given the schedule of Crossup Dojo is the schedule when they host those Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments at that card shop. So one thing I do like about card games is the fact that you put work into that deck. But one of the problems I do have with card games is that, sure, you may have a deck you like, but someone's always going to have a more overpowered deck than you have. I still like my Hope for Escape Exodia, and actually I've actually with some help made a few decks based off gaming figures like the Dark Matter, the Kirby Dark Matter, an archetype based off of the Dark Matter species in Kirby, and also the Toho, Romilia and her servants and sister in Toho, an archetype based off that. I want to make an archetype based off Eggman's Empire and one based off the Metroid army at some point. I just need to find time to do it. And back to what I said about the fact that the schedule for Crossup Dojo is exactly in conflict with the card shop's tournaments. I'm thinking at some point whenever I want to go back to doing tournaments like just for fun at the card shop at some point, maybe I should figure out a plan for like when I want to go to the card shop for a tournament, someone else can host the stream my place, but that'll require some setup that I'll have to work on. But I think it's totally doable.
Okay. Calamity, do you have histories or you can share with us? Have you participated in tournaments before?
Not really. Well, I've had an idea of participating in tournaments, but I was kind of nervous to try back then. So this was, you could say, this is a more newer experience for me.
You see.
All right. All right. Okay. Well, I could share some of my history on participating on tournaments. Um, I did participate on various tournaments. I could say the ones that make in Puerto Rico. They did 2 years ago. There was this tournament called First Attack 2016. That's like my first tournament that I attended, and it was held on San Juan, Puerto Rico. I do remember that I was playing Smash 4, and yeah, it was my first time. There was a lot of good players there, and there was a lot of people who were expecting too, because not only Smash 4 was the only game for that tournament. There were various games, like Street Fighter 5. They had Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7, Injustice. I think they had BlazBlue by that time.
Which one?
Schoolgirls. I think it was Chrono Phantasma by that time.
I have a feeling that Chrono Phantasma would be a lot of people's tournament experience, since that game generally was out a while before it got localized in terms of Central Fiction. Because Central Fiction has been out a while. It just took a while to be localized to the U.S.
And yeah, and it was about time to start a tournament. I did manage to get out from. I win the first round. I remember that my second match, it was going to be on stream, and I was like, what? What? I was going to be on stream, and people are going to watch me playing Smash 4? Like, for real? And I was going to play with a player who's we could say it's a top player from Puerto Rico. And yeah, basically I did not do very well with that. So they sent me to losers, but I don't know. I just don't go with this mentality of winning. I just do this for fun. I met some great people at that tournament, and that got pumped me up. So I participated on First Attack 2017 that was held last year on September, and it was an hotel in San Juan too. And there, we can say there was more people than in 2016. But what could I say? I didn't do very well in 2017. But I just wanted to spend 2 days like watching every game, every fighting game, the players. I've met top players that came from around the world. Like I've met I don't know if you guys know John Takeuchi, Japanese player who plays Street Fighter 5. I took us I I did took picture with him, and he was hilarious, dude. I took the chance. I took the chance to meet some other good players from Street Fighter 5, like Smug. I did see Game Chang. I don't know if you know Game Chang. He's a commentator from Street Fighter 5.
I know a lot of people from Street Fighter 5, so I understand who you're talking about. It's just when it comes to Street Fighter 5, I feel like the game's interest peak is only when it comes to top level. That's just my opinion.
Yes. And I'm looking forward for this year's tournament that is going to be held once again on the convention center of San Juan, and I will be expecting a lot of people this year. I hope so, because tell me, let's. This Hurricane Maria just screwed things up. So, but oh well. Let's just wait for September.
Yeah.
At least you get a chance.
Okay. Well, look at time. Look at time. I guess this will be it for this podcast edition. People, make sure to join our Discord group on some of the comments right now. So, and I will see you next Sunday. I'm your host, Mr. Brian15. Thank you for tuning in for Crossup Roundtable podcast. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, even though it's 7 here.
Same here.
Well, to be fair, I actually am feeling a bit tired because I fell asleep at, what time? Like 4 or 5 this morning because I'm addicted to Void Elsword right now. And I just might, if I just might restart my computer, and in a little while, not like immediately after I end this stream, but in a little while, I might go back to streaming some Void Elsword just because I'm that addicted to it right now. But that's a can of worms that will open in a bit, maybe, so I'll just go ahead and stop the stream now.
Yep.